on Facebook. So I am on all three platforms. My name is Patrice Stewart on all three platforms. TikTok, I will be paying attention though to make sure that my internet doesn't go out for y'all. So just kind of let me know, if I'm slow, if something happens, I will try to pay attention to that. All right. So let's see. We got TikTok. We got Facebook. I'm actually going to move my head a little more out the way. So everybody on TikTok, let's roll. I didn't say stop at 5,000 likes, y'all. I said I start talking at 5,000. So we still need you to keep them double taps rolling and going, okay? Also, make sure that you share this live with somebody. Share it on your page. Share it on your channel. This is Financial Empowerment Hour. All right. So welcome. Hello. Patrice L. Stewart here. All right. I am the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. And guess what? It is Finance Friday. All right. So Finance Friday, we get on and we talk about a financial topic. All right. The reason why I stress this particular one is I get so many messages regarding this Navy Federal Save and Secure loan. Okay. So the first thing that I want to say is I am on all three platforms. My name is Patrice L. Stewart on YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on Facebook. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is my number one platform. YouTube will be my second. So if at any time you come in, you miss this information, you can watch the replay on YouTube. Facebook, you all would not have a replay. You would have to go to my YouTube channel to watch the replay, okay? On TikTok, we have a screenshot ahead of me, and I'll take the board down, all right? So the first thing I want to say is there's two types of credit, right? When we're dealing with credit, there's two kind of main standards of credit, all right? One is, let me go ahead and move this board out, this out the way so y'all can see the board. All right. One is secured credit. And then you have unsecured credit, right? So secured and then unsecured. Okay. TikTokers, do y'all want to see the screen? I need y'all to hit that double tap. I know y'all listening and paying attention, but I need them fingers tapping. Okay. So what I'm going over tonight is secured. Okay. So when you're dealing with secured credit, you put the money up in so many words, right? When you're dealing with unsecured credit, you're asking the lender for money. All right, in a nutshell, right? You're asking the lender for money, but when you're dealing with secured, you're putting the money up. You're using your own money to create the credit. All right, that is what I'm talking about tonight. So the example that we're going over tonight, I'm using Navy Federal as an example, okay, as an example, but you can do this loan with any credit union that is going to offer a savings secure loan, okay? So tonight what we're going over is a savings secured loan. All right? Now, some of you may say, well, Patrice, why would I do this? Right? Why would I do a save and secure loan? Why would I want to put my money up in the bank and then allow them to charge me some money? Right? That's a great question. And many of you have asked that. So let's kind of just go into this now before we kind of get into the example. All right. With a save and secure loan, it's help building your credit. Right? It's a credit builder. Okay, it's a credit building tool. But also outside of it being a credit building tool, it's also a great savings tool, right? So I like to also use this as a savings tool, especially for people who maybe are not well with budgeting, right? Or maybe not well, we'll just say budget or understanding money, right? And how it works. All right. So those are the main two reasons why you might want to do something like this. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is provide an actual example for you and write it out so you can understand a little more as to why somebody may or may not want to do this type of loan. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. TikTokers, appreciate you. Let's hit that double tap. Let's hit that double tap. Let's do a strong double tap countdown session right now. All right. Before I kind of break into my next set of what I'm going to go over for you all. All right. So let's do this strong double tap countdown session. I need to be at like 100,000 likes. I need y'all to understand this while we on this live. Right. So if everybody working while I'm on here for this hour and a half, because we usually spend a solid hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours with you on this Friday night. All right. And again, there's no cost to you for being here. Okay. So make sure that you share this live, like the live, keep those hearts flowing. And you all remember, it's a community. So when them hearts go away, somebody else pick up and start the double tapping. All right. So we know you all are listening to the information, but this is how we work in community. All right. Now that I stated that, we're going over secure credit. You put the money up. We're going over a savings secured loan. That's the example that we're utilizing tonight. All right. Why would you want to do this? You might want to rebuild your credit. You might want to figure out how to consistently keep money in your savings account at all times. All right. Now, I want to erase that. And just to let you all know the information at the top, again, I come on this platform and I give you a lot of free information. And if you notice, I go over kind of some of the same topics. The information that I have up here at the top with me saying text circle, I do have a private paid monthly membership community where we're educating you. I open up that membership twice a year. It's open right now for the early bird offer. Okay. We're open right now for the month of November. You can get in right now at $49 a month instead of paying $149 a month. Okay, I think I told y'all last time it's $129, but I meant to say $149. That's the normal monthly membership fee. All right, but when we open up in this time, the fall holiday season, we all with a discounted offers. Now you can get in the monthly group membership at $49. Learn something tonight and see why you may want to join the community. I do not teach on the free platform. Know that. Okay. So the biggest thing that I want to put on here, we are not dealing with big box banks. We are only doing this with a credit union. All right. You are not going to a big box bank to do this. It will not work the same way. All right. So I want to stipulate that. So the example that I'm using is Navy Federal. Okay. Because that's who I have my account, my thing with. But like I said, I always like to make it clear for you all, you do not have to be a Navy Federal. There are hundreds of thousands of credit unions out here. You all need to actually be strategic, right? And look at other options. Navy Federal is not the only credit union in the world. They're they're number one, but they're not the only. All right. So you only want to do this with a credit union. And then I'm going to put the savings terminology again. It's called a savings secured loan. So the example that I have, and I'm going to use my example. I took $30,000 cash. Okay. This is my example. You can start with most banks. Let me just say this. Most banks, You can start with $250 to $1,000. Okay? Because again, some of y'all ask the same stuff. So startup funds. Because y'all ask this. I get this question all the time. All right. PenFed is another one. Right. A lot of people, like I said, Navy Federal is not the only one. So thank you for sharing that. If any of y'all want to share your credit unions, you're welcome to do that. Okay. Good evening, Ask Me. So in my example that I have, I did a $30,000 save and secure loan. Okay. I'll wait on saying why I did that amount. Basically, I did a $30,000 save and secure loan. So I have an account with Navy Federal. All right. So I have a checking account with them. And then I have a savings account with them. Okay. Y'all can still see clearly. Okay. No TikTok, I got y'all over here in the corner. Okay. So I have a checking and a savings, right? So when you log into your account online, this is kind of usually what you'll see. You'll see if you got a checking account, a savings account, a bank loan, stuff like that, right? So let me move you all back a little bit. There we go. YouTube, you cool. All right. Now everybody can see the board clearly. All right. So let's just say, so I wire transferred in the money into Navy Federal. Okay. So let's say I have $300 in my account. Okay. Let's say I got $300 in my account. And let's just say we're just going to keep the number simple, 1,000 sitting in my savings. All right. So this is my balance as of right now. All right. So what I did was, when you're doing a save and secure loan, again, the concept of this is you're going to the bank, you're going to put your money in the bank, and then you're going to call the bank and you're going to say, hey, bank, hey, credit union, because let's use the right terminology. Credit unions are not the same as a banking institution. So you're going to say, hey, credit union, whichever one you're in, right? I would like to do a savings secured loan. Now, when you call the bank, the money already needs to be sitting in your savings account, because they're going to go to your savings account and be like, well, you don't have no money in there. Right? So you want to put the money in there, transfer the money in there before you call the bank. So that's why I said I had the money in another account. I wire transferred the money into my Navy Federal account. All right. So the day that I did that, now I have $31,000 in my Navy Federal savings account. Okay. Make sure. I just need to make sure. Let me check TikTok. I don't know who this is, but I'm getting ready. Y'all let me know about Jack. Now, Jack, what you talking about? Because if you get on here doing some other stuff, I'm going to block and delete you. I don't even like what you said. So just from that, I'm going to block you, because I don't know who you are. Who would say that? That's just ignorance to say. So let's remove you. Okay. Community, great. Keep them likes up. TikTokers, everybody in community, let's roll. I got you. Let's roll. Okay. So checking 300 savings. Now I got 31,000. Okay. So what I did was I called Navy Federal and I said, hey, I want to do a save and secure loan. So that same day, let's give it a date, Monday. Okay, on Monday. So when you call and ask for a save and secure loan, they're going to automatically put a hold on this money. All right? They're going to automatically put a hold on this money. Facebook, I am on TikTok. Y'all could come over there, because I'm probably going to get off of here very, very soon, just so you know. All right? We don't have many people watching on Facebook, so I could be using this phone for another platform. I am on TikTok and YouTube under Patrice Stewart, right? So immediately I called on Monday to they put a hold on this money. All right. Now, as I shared with y'all, they have a newer, faster process. So it used to take 3 days for you to get your money back and all that stuff. They're quicker now. If you go through Navy, I can only speak on this example using Navy Federal. Other banking institutions may have a couple of days hold, right? So I do want to give you the expectation on how this works. But with Navy Federal, when they put the hold on your account, right? Say you call in the morning, right? They're going to put that money on hold, and then they're going to create a loan account. I don't want to go too low and y'all can't see it. Okay. Then they're going to create a loan account. So y'all know what loans look like, right? They usually long 10, 12-digit numbers, you know. Y'all get it. Y'all get my point, right? So it's going to take a day or 2 or 3 for the loan to actually show up, all right? That's okay. But when the loan shows up, it's going to show a balance of $30,000. It's going to be a $30,000 loan. Wow, I feel like I got to be facing y'all. I don't got to be facing y'all to talk to y'all. They're going to give you a $30,000. So you're going to have a $30,000 loan. It's going to also have your interest rate, which your interest rate was. Mine was 2.25%. Okay. It's going to have your payment amount. All right. It's going to have your payment amount. What was my example, y'all, on TikTok? What was it? 547 and some change, something like that, right? So my payment was, let's just say 547.50, because it was something around there. And then it's gonna have your term, right? So I did a 5-year loan, 5 years, which is a 60-month term. Okay. No, this is for a personal account. You cannot do the same thing for a business account. Businesses work completely different. So you can't do the business account the way you would do personal. So this is under your personal name. This is not dealing with a business loan right now. Business is different. Okay. So we're going to put 60 months, which is 5 years. All right. Y'all with me? TikTok, you still with me? Let me just go up and make sure I don't see no questions or comments. I try for y'all to keep the questions low until I'm kind of getting done with everything. But if you got some, I'm looking. So Ask Me said, you know I got to take screenshots for y'all be coming on here with them receipts, baby. So I love you too. All right, you with me? Let's roll. Okay. And you can still see okay. All right, cool. So now that they have the loan account created, guess what's going to happen? So when you call, they're going to ask you, which account do you want the money deposited in? Right? So for me, I've told them to put the money in my checking account, not my savings account. Okay. So remember, I still got $31,000 sitting on hold. I need y'all to know that. That's very important. That money is still sitting there. It's just on hold. And hold means you have no access. Okay. That's what hold means. No access. So I don't have access to this 31,000, even though it's sitting there. Okay. So when you do the loan, they're going to say, okay, which bank you want, which account you want to put it in. You could put it in either one. You could put it in your savings or you could put it in your checking. For me, I put it in my checking. So let's say on Tuesday, let's just say the real example, because the more recent loan I did, I had the money in my account the same day. I remember I shared that with y'all. When I did the loan last year, it took the bank a couple of days to put the money in there, right? So some banks, it may be a period, right? It may be a 2 to 3 day period. Okay. So I want y'all to just be clear with how it works. It may be a 2 to 3 day period with some banks, but with Navy Federal, now they're quicker. So you get the money back the same day. I'm not waiting 2 and 3 days. So technically, I called Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, I had 30,000. So 30,000 plus 300. So they deposited. So I had a deposit of 30,000, right? Which brings my total balance to $30,300 because I already had $300 in there. Okay, you still with me? So now I'm able to take this 30,000 and go do whatever I want with it. Okay, it's the same money. You see how we funneling it though? Okay, I hope I ain't lose y'all. Y'all got a little quiet out there. Y'all got a little quiet out there. Okay, but now I'm able to take this 30,000 and go and do what I want. So let's say if I needed to fix my roof, if you got kids in school and you need to pay something for them, right? Maybe your car broke down and now you need to go do something with that money, right? But now that I have a loan against that money, I'm slowly paying myself back over time. So what's happening is I got this original cash. I brought it over here to my savings account and put it in the bank and put it in the credit union. Let's be clear with the terminology. I put it in the credit union. Now what happens is I need my savings, right? Because we talk about this when you're building and you saving, you building up a savings account, right? Let me get off of Facebook because y'all not on here. Facebook, y'all can come over to TikTok. And actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on 1 second for me, y'all. I'm gonna go in my private group on Facebook. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Instead of going live on Facebook, I could just go live in my private group. So my community, my free community, can still get it. While I'm doing this, I need TikTokers, y'all. I need double tap right now. Hard in the paint. Let's get them likes up. Okay. Share this live because I'm gonna do a recap. All of that. Let's go hard in the paint. I need them likes up because we need to be at 100,000 likes before I end this live. But I need those likes up because what I'm sharing with you right now, baby, is valuable. Pay attention. All right, so let's go in the community Tax Credit Academy group. And I don't know why I don't do this anyway. Like, it's the whole point of having a private group for me to go live in the group, Patrice. Navy Federal Pledge Loan, open Q&A. There we go. Navy Federal Pledge Loan, open Q&A. All right. Now, yeah, that way, if I'm going to share this information, share it with my right community, not on my personal Facebook page. Oh, shoot, I forgot to. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to turn the camera around before I did it, before I went live. There, delete. Navy Federal Pledge Loan. There we go. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being patient with me. All right. So I know I got a lot. I'm going to clean the board up. I'm going to do a recap, but I just kind of wanted to kind of put this out there. All right. Before I finish getting started, for those of y'all that have been on here, do you have any questions to what I said so far? Okay. Do you have any questions to what I said so far? So let's kind of get that out the way for those of you all before we go into it again. Okay, those coming in, you'll just have to wait on the recap. I will do a recap. Because I know TikTok doesn't bring all of you in. You all come in at different points. So you just have to wait on the recap, right? But for those of you that have been here, do you have any questions about what I have said so far? Suezo, no, that's the worst thing, that you're not paying this loan back 90% the next day. That makes no sense. And I'm explaining that. That's another reason why so many of you all are doing this and you're not seeing the results, because you're being told the worst, horrible information. As long as he has a credit union bank account, it doesn't matter. If he's 19, as long as you do have to be in a credit union. It's not 60K. That's the myth that y'all think it is, right? So it's not 60K. I'll explain that. I got the original $30,000 from my business. I'm a business owner. So that's my money that I paid myself. Right? So that's my money. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm a business coach and consultant. So I make my own money. I'm self-sufficient. It's another reason why I get on here and teach y'all, because we have to learn this stuff. You have to learn how to be self-sufficient. All right. So for those of you who want to start a business and not keep working the corporate slave trade from 9 to 5, I got you. Keep following the page and the channel. But that's where the money came from. For everybody keep asking where the 30,000 come from. That's where the 30,000 came from. It's my money. I made it legally. And let me also state that legally, not illegally, legally. Okay? Financial services is a very lucrative business. Taxes, business consulting, business strategy, business coaching. 4 different sources of income, right? So I just want y'all to also know that this is all legal money. The credit union who you deal with is going to be up to you. Now, the example that I'm using is Navy Federal. But like I said, you all do not have to be in Navy Federal. You can be in whatever credit union that offers this type of loan. Okay. So just real quick recap for the people that's coming in. We are only doing this with a credit union. This is not done with a big box bank institution. You're not going to Chase, BOA. You're not getting the same rate. Because if you notice down here, I said my interest rate was a 2.25%. You're not going to no standard banking institution getting no 2.25% interest rate. That is the reason why I am stressing you are only doing this with a credit union. You're not doing this with a standard banking institution. All right. And also what I'm teaching y'all is what the American school system should have taught you, but it didn't. Again, everything that you learn here on my page and my channel, I'm big on financial literacy. All right. Because the more that you all are educated financially, taxes, credit, starting a business, that's how you become independent on that W-2 job that you have, because they've taught you to be corporate slave workers your entire life. You've never been taught how to use your own mind, how to figure out the system, how to use your skill set to make money. You've never been taught that, because it's a system that we live in. So your entire life, you've been drove to do this and do that and go to work for somebody and go spend $100,000, give you a $50,000 a year salary. So y'all already 6 figures in college debt. You already got to pay your mortgage, your car note. You can't win getting wealthy, right? You can't. So this is another reason why you got to understand this stuff. So that's why I'm breaking it down. Some of y'all may think I'm taking too long and talking slowly, but we got a lot of people on here that have never heard this before. And everybody don't comprehend the same way. I've been teaching for a long time. Okay. So if you rushing, pay for a course. Because when I'm free like this, I take my time and do how I want to do it. So just know that. That rate is that rate available today? It could be. I don't know. That's why you got to do your own leg work. I'm leading you to the water, and it's up for you to drink and do your own leg work. You're not going to get everything on the free live. Okay. So let's get back. You're going to a credit union. The banking terminology for this is called a savings secured loan. All right. So no matter what bank you go to, no matter what credit union you go to, you're just going to ask them or go on their website. Everything is free, open information. Okay. You can go right on their website and see what they offer as far as loans. It will say savings secured loan. All right. That's what you want. Now, the moment that you have it up, you in the credit union, you got your checking account, you got your savings account. Okay. It's a pledge loan. So Navy Federal calls it a pledge loan. But again, I'm teaching from a financial standpoint. Everybody not in Navy Federal. Some people in PenFed, Alliant, Truist, wherever, right? And that's why I'm making that specific. You do not have to be in Navy Federal to do this. This is the banking terminology. Savings secured loan. Now, like I said, in this example, for those of y'all that's just coming in, I had $30,000 cash. I took that cash from one bank account and transferred. WT means wire transfer. I wire transfer. Right. I need that. TikTokers, them hearts, let's roll. So those of you that are new here to the page and the channel, we also do community. So in community, you help me while I'm helping you. And my hearts cannot go away or I will stop talking. So you all have to be in community. It's 150 of y'all on here. That's more than enough people to keep them hearts going. So the moment that somebody stops hearting, somebody else is going to pick the torch up. Okay? That's how we work in community. We have to understand this. Thank you, Lamont. All right? I don't have no problem staying on here tonight with y'all to answer questions. I've been ranting and raving about Chicago for the last 3 days. So tonight is your financial night. Okay? I'm not in a rush. But I need you to have my likes going up. I asked y'all to probably give me to at least over 100,000 for the likes for this particular live. Okay? So, wire transferred into Navy Federal. So when I wire transferred the money in, I put it in my savings account. So you know what? Just because I'm already going back over, let's just do the recap now. All right, let's just do the recap now. Because I know we got a lot of new people here. And I'm on another page on my Facebook. Okay, let's just do the recap right now. And then I can answer questions for the rest of the way. So the other thing I said was, remember, you're going to a credit union. But most credit unions want you to have anywhere between $250 to start this or up to $1,000. Okay? So with Navy Federal, you got to have at least $250 to do this. All right? Another bank may say you got to have $500 to do this. Another bank may say you got to have $1,000. Okay? So again, I'm teaching you all the actual financial literacy way. There's no one size to this when it comes to banks because every credit union, every bank has their own rule, their own processing time. Everything doesn't work the same. All right. And so that's the myth that you all are taught out here from the fake people that's giving you this information who really don't know nothing about financial services, are not in financial services like myself. They're giving you all the wrong information. All right. So that's another reason why I get on here is to debunk so much misinformation out here. Okay. So just understand that. Don't worry about my 30,000. Just listen to the example. Everybody not going to have 30K, but that don't mean you're not going to do the loan. You're going to do the loan for whatever amount works for you. If you got 1,000, do the loan for 1,000. If you got 10,000, 5,000, you get what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have a different amount. So we're not focusing on the dollar amount. We focusing on the information that I'm sharing. Okay. Thank you, T.O. I appreciate you. All right. So I wire transfer the money in. You have to put the money in your savings account. So whether it's in your checking account or wherever, you have to transfer that money into your savings account. That's why it's called a savings secured loan. Okay. So instead of putting the money in my checking, I just wired it straight into my savings. So just to keep the stuff simple, I'm not going to have no money in my savings. I'm going to just leave it at 0. Okay. So now I got 30,000 in my savings. All right. Let's say I got $300 in my checking account. Okay. So 300 in my checking, 30,000 is now in my savings because I wire transfer the money in. We got that? Now, let's say, and this is where this comes into play. Let's say there's something that you need this money for. So that's the whole point of having a savings account, right? Is because you're saving this money for like a rainy day, right? If you need it, if you need to do something with it. But you don't want to take out all of the money that you have, right? You don't want to drain out your savings. Let's say I needed $30,000 to buy another property or buy another building or buy a business because I'm a business owner. So I don't want to take this whole 30,000 out my business account, out my savings account, because let me not confuse y'all. This is a personal loan, not business. Okay. I am an entrepreneur, so I do use my credit for business. Okay. But I don't want to confuse y'all. So I don't want to take every last dollar out of my savings account that I've saved. Right. So this is an option for y'all who may have not known this. Maybe you have a savings account. And maybe right now, this is why I'm also going over this. It's the holidays. And a lot of y'all are spending your last dollar to buy all these toys and unnecessary stuff for your kids, right? But y'all won't think the kids care so much about it that you're willing to spend the last dollar in your savings account to buy them gifts and toys. So instead of going broke for your kids for unnecessary items like gifts and toys, let's learn how you can actually use this money, keep the money, and then pay yourself back over time. All right? Because that's literally what you're doing from what I'm getting ready to show you tonight. If you save the money and now you don't want to use every dollar that you saved up, this is how you are able to use a save a secure loan example. All right? So I called the bank on Monday and I say, hey, bank, hey, credit union, let's use the right terms. Hey, credit union, I want to apply for a $30,000 save and secure loan. And then at that point, the bank automatically put a hold on this money. And when you have a hold, it means no access. So if I tried to go in the bank and try to pull this money out, I cannot touch it because the bank has now put a hold on that 30,000. All right. I want that to be clear. And this is why some of you all are confused thinking that it's 60,000 that you're getting and it's not 60,000. You're only thinking that because I'm showing you the money here and then the bank puts a hold on it. Right. But when you get a hold, it's no access. So then again, depending on the institution, it may take 1 to 2 to 3 days for them to show your actual loan account when you log in, right? All of you all have bank accounts. When you log in, you can see your checking account, your savings account, your credit cards, your loan, right? So now I have a loan number, right? And the loan numbers are usually long, 6978113 5B87. You know, loan numbers are usually long, right? So now the loan is on here. And now it's showing, I probably did too many numbers. I need some space to write, right? That's the loan number. So loan number XYZ. That's how we're going to roll with that. So now when I log into my bank account, I have a $30,000 loan and it's going to say balance, BAL. That's going to be for balance. Okay. It's going to have what my interest rate is. So in this case, my interest rate was 2.25%. All right. My payment is about $540 and some change. Let's say 75 something. And then the term. So you can do a 2-year term, 3-year term, 4-year, 5-year. I wouldn't do this past 5 years. Okay. I did a 5-year term, which is 60 months when it's term, because terms, when you're dealing with loans, excuse me, y'all. When you're dealing with loans, it's a fixed monthly payment. So every single month, that's part of the term. So that's why they break it down into 60 months worth of payments. Okay. So I have a 60-month, right, which is 5 years. 5 years. All right. So this is what it looks like. So now that the loan is showing on here, I forgot to tell y'all that when you do the application, they're going to ask you, where do you want your money deposited? Do you want it deposited in your checking account, or do you want it deposited in your savings account? So I told them to put it in my checking. TikTok, let's get them likes rolling. Double tap that screen. Remember, it's more than enough for you. We in community. We work together. If somebody been tapping, pick up the torch. The same people shouldn't be doing the only tapping. That means you're being greedy. That means you don't know how to play well with others. That means you're not listening. Okay? The same people should not be tapping. This is this is $1 million game right here. Tap in. Because again, this is what they don't teach you in school. Your kids won't learn this. You ain't learned this. None of y'all will ever learn this because the American school system would never teach you this. So for me, I told them to put my $30,000 in my checking account. Okay. So now I have a $30,300 balance available to spend in my checking account. Okay. So now, right, I need to go buy this business. I need to go buy this truck. I need to go do whatever I need to do with this money. Now that the money is in my checking account, I get to go take this money and do what I want to do with it. Now y'all could go blow your money on your kids' Christmas funds, whatever y'all want to do. Because now it's available in your checking account, and that's where that's the money you're going to use. Okay. So now you have taken the money that you saved up, and now you said, all right, I'm going to borrow my own money and pay myself back over time. Okay. So now I have an example already of it down. Okay, I don't want to have to be in because TikTok got new people coming in every 5 minutes, every hour. Right? So this way we can still keep that on the board, but now I can finish up the example, right? So are y'all with me at this point? Right? I just did a whole new recap. Okay. So I went over that, how we got here. You got your loan, right? You got your monthly payment. Okay. And then now you got the $30,000 available that you can use now in the checking account. So this money here, you're going to go do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. So then what happens is, remember, you have an interest rate and a payment. So now this $547 payment that you're making every month with this loan is going to start paying down this savings account. So as you make your payments over a year, Okay, so that's where this next sheet comes in at. Right. Thank you, family, for letting them know. I'm not answering questions yet till we finish getting everything out, right? So this is where we get interactive because we need to know. We in school. I need to know y'all learning and understanding this, right? So now I'm gonna start looking at the screen to read your answers. So make my first monthly payment. Okay. Oh, this the wrong. Oh yeah, this is. Why is my dark? Can y'all see that? I gotta get some new damn markers. My stuff. Okay, here we go. Right. So remember, you got that loan with the number XYZ, and your loan was $30,000 of balance, right? Your payment was $547. Okay. So when you're making that payment account, it's the savings account that's got that $30,000 on hold. Okay. So technically what you're doing is, as you are making this $547 payment every month, it's crediting your savings account. So every payment you make, you'll start seeing this money in your savings account that's on hold. It will go up. It will start releasing some of this money on hold. All right. So now this is the example I'm going to show you. So remember, our payments is $547. If I make year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. All right. Remember, we started out with this $30,000 balance. Okay. So just to make it simple, even though the payment is $547, just to make it simple for you all to get it, we just gonna say the payment is $500 a month. All right. So if I make my payment on time for 1 full year, that's 12 months worth of payments. So $500 times 12 is $6,000. Okay. How much money? So this is what's available in the savings account if you don't touch it. So at the end of year 1, I now have $6,000 available in this savings account. So $6,000 will be released from hold. Okay. So then it's going to say $24,000 as a hold and $6,000 available right here. Okay. You get that? Going to say $6,000 available. All right. Year 2, let's get interactive. Who's understanding what I'm saying? How much money do you have in the savings account in year 2? Again, we know the payment is $547, but just for the sake of time and understanding, we've made the payment $500. Thank you. $12,000. How much money do I have in the account in year 3? How much money do I have in the bank account now? I mean, in year 3 in the savings account. Year 4, y'all know where I'm going. Year 4, how much do you have available now in your savings account? $24,000. Let's roll. And then the final year, because it's a 5-year loan, right? 5-year loan. How much we got in the last year? 5 years. We done paid this loan for 5 years. What's my balance now in my savings account? Bam. So I was able to take my original cash that I had, and instead of wiping my savings account out, I decided to do a savings secure loan only with a credit union. This is only being done with a credit union. Okay. You're not doing this with a big box banking institution. You're only doing this with a credit union. Then I was able to borrow this money. They put a hold on that $30,000. And then remember, depending on the bank that you go to, you might get the money back the same day. You may get it back the next day. You may get it back the other day. It don't matter about interest. You're not getting it. That's why a lot of y'all not getting it. Okay, it's okay. We don't trip off the little interest because the interest is 2.25%. Okay. I love people that like to think they knowing something. Yeah, but you paying interest. She got her little tongue sticking out. Right, but you don't get the concept. So don't worry. You the one still lost. All right. Right. So now that way, I'm able to take this money that I want, that I need to do something with. I'm able to borrow over time. I'm able to borrow my own money and then pay myself back the $30,000 over at the end of the day. Now, if I had access to $30,000, we ain't tripping off no 2% interest, boo. That's y'all problem. You so concerned with the little bit of interest. You pay interest in everything you do. You pay interest on your mortgage payment, your car note, your credit card payment. You pay interest. That's how loans work. This is called a loan. So that's what y'all don't get. This is called a savings secured loan. Okay? Learn and understand financial literacy and quit talking and running your mouth so much and learn this free game that I'm giving you. Okay? There you go. Now, for the people who are smart and understand what I'm saying, family, my real family, thank you. Okay? Now, you're able to go do whatever you want to do with that money. You able to go do whatever you want to do, buy the kids or whatever. All right? And now you're going to slowly pay yourself back over time. And guess what? After 5 years, who the hell wouldn't want to have $30,000 available to them again, whether you paid interest or not? Hello? Because the whole point of the game is now you've taken that money, right? And now you've paid yourself back over time. So, one, you might want to do this to build your credit. Or you might want to use this as a savings tool because a lot of you all don't know how to manage your money. You don't know how to save because guess what? The average American does not have $1,000 in their savings account. Over 78% of American citizens, whether you black, white, green, Asian, does not have $1,000 in your savings account. So this allows you to build your credit but also build your savings back up. So you're not just wasting your money. And as African-American people, I'm very big about my culture. And we are the most spenders, okay? Spending it on BS, whatever, and don't know how to save, don't know how to invest, don't know credit, don't know this. So that's why I'm on here tonight. And if you get snappy, baby, I'm hood and educated. I know how to get back there. But we're going to use our energy wisely with the real community. Freed women. Oh, who on here, Shannon? Come on here, Shannon. Come on here, Shannon. Make remember that, right? Put me in line. We're not black people. We're actually freed men and women. And we may be something else. Some people say the Moors, all other type of stuff, right? But the other night I shared with you all, we're not black because black is what? A color. Same way as this, blue, right? Same way this is white. We're not crayon colors. So in order for you to think people are going to give you reparations, you will never get reparations calling yourself black people because you have to actually have an ethnicity, all right? An origin. All right? So y'all figure that out what you want to call yourself. But I learned some stuff and I did some research and I was told that if we're going to be going this route by somebody who is in the political space and has been working in politics for 30 years, they're the one who showed with me we're supposed to be calling ourselves freed men and freed women because that is the term for exact descendants of slaves. All right. I know y'all want to do the Moors and all this other stuff, but if the Moors is not listed as a descendant of a slave, you're not getting no government money. Simple as that. All right, back to it, because that's a whole nother other thing. But if y'all want money, You got to learn and understand how you have to come at this government. Back to it. Next caller. So now that you got, now let me also share this, right? Before we go into Q&A. A lot of y'all have been told to pay the 90% down immediately. And let me show you why that is wrong. Let me show you why that makes no sense to do this and then pay the loan back immediately. And this is also how you know when you're talking to a real financial services professional, whether you're dealing with a fake internet guru, which is who most of y'all listen to. 90% of these people is on the internet giving you the wrong information. Again, if you're new here to the page and the channel, welcome. My name is Patrice L. Stewart. I am the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. I have over 18, 19 years in the tax, accounting, banking, financial services space. I am in my own office right now. Okay? Self-employed, completely self-employed. Have been self-employed for the last 10 years. But I started my company 14 years ago in 2008, which is called Tax Credit Academy. All right. So I'm a business owner. I'm in financial services. I focus on tax and business strategy, business coaching, and consulting. All right. So that's my credential. That's my background. I do this every day for a living. I'm not on here for the likes. I actually educate my community before TikTok was around. Okay. Go Google my name, Patrice L. Stewart. You're going to see over 10 years of content on the internet from me. So go fact check me before you get to coming on here talking any kind of way on my live. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into Q&A. I ain't even finna do nothing else. Let's go. Who got questions? I'll go into some other stuff later on. I've been talking enough. It's time for me to understand who got what. And then while y'all asking questions, because I am always somebody who loves to show proof, I don't got to lie about none of this. I've been did this. Let me let y'all see the screenshot. So again, people that's on my page and my channel, I always got proof, social proof. This is my actual loan with Navy Federal. Matter of fact, let me give you a different way so you can actually see it. Because I noticed with this way, y'all can't always see the whole screen. I want y'all to see the whole screen. No. Oh, come on, screen, what the hell? All right, just for the sake of time, I'm going to just use that screenshot because for some reason my camera does not want to. Okay, here we go. I think this, there we go. This is the one I wanted y'all to see because it shows the whole screen so you could kind of see more of the screenshot. So now YouTube, y'all not going to be able to see this because this is only for TikTok. But I'm going to move my head up so y'all can see as much as possible. So as I said right there, there's my loan. There's my payment amount. I went up. So it's $529.47. I think I said $547. $30,000, right? Payoff, all that other stuff. I think I took that screenshot last year, right? Interest rate, 2.25%. Okay? 2.25%. We ain't tripping off no little bit of interest. All right? It's not that much over time. If you all are doing this for the whole 90% thing, okay? So if you're doing this for the 90% thing, now I'll remove the screen. So as you can see up there at the top, my balance was $30,000 when I took this screenshot. I did this because I am a business owner, right? And I don't use my personal credit for nothing. If I'm doing something, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm strategic. All right. So I wanted to create my own trade line. So I've purchased trade lines for $30,000, Barclay cards, all that stuff, Amex cards. With trades, you're only getting them for the amount of time that you're paying for them. So trades are not going to sit on there more than 30 to 60 days, and then you got to pay for it again. So again, I'm in financial services. I know credit. I decided to go to the bank and create my own trade line because I had the cash, right? So I took my $30,000, put it in Navy Federal, and created my own trade line. So now I have a loan reporting on my credit for me that I created and paid for. Okay? I created and paid for. Now I want you to see the screenshot of when I paid the loan down. For those of you all asking, when is the proper time to pay the loan down? All right. So now let me show you the next screenshot of what my current balance is. So this is what my current balance is as of recently. Okay. That was in September. I took this screenshot. All right. So now on September 20th, 2023, you see that my interest rate is still the 2.25%. Also, how much does it show how much I paid in interest, y'all? Answer it in the comments for me, for those who see it. How much does it show that I paid in interest? For everybody that's so concerned with this interest, okay? I need somebody to comment. There we go, $119.50. So I paid down 90% of my loan, right? Because now my balance is only $4,000, okay? So I did this in 3 months, though, and this is the other reason why so many of you all are being taught the wrong way from these fake gurus, because it makes no sense to pay your loan down immediately when you do it. Okay? So now that you've seen the social proof, because again, I always got receipts, baby. That's one thing about Patrice L. Stewart. I'm always going to have receipts. So now that you've seen the receipts, for those of you who are new here to the page and the channel and you not family, because I don't even got to go there with y'all. I could literally just show my proof and shut y'all up for the ones that love to be loud and wrong talking. All right, so now that I've shut you up with you running your mouth, now let's go back to this board here. It makes no sense for you to pay your loan down in the same month, because this is how loans are calculated. Remember, this is a monthly payment. So you have June, July, August. If you did the loan in June, okay, you did the loan in June, you get the payment, you get the money, you do the loan. If this is the month that you do the loan, you need to show the balance. You need to show your balance higher. So in June, you're going to have a $30,000 loan because you just did the loan. After you make that $547 payment, then your balance is going to be $29,500. Then in August, your balance is going to be $29,000. You see that? Because every payment that you're making, your balance is going down. So it makes no sense for you to pay the loan in the same month of June, because if you go and pay the loan you got the loan June 7th and you go pay the loan June 15th, guess what's being reported? The lower balance. So if you paid this down 90%, and if you got my balance, what I have, $4,000 and some change. So now your loan balance sold $4,000. It makes no sense. That's why y'all don't see no increase in your credit, because you're listening to the wrong people who really don't know shit. That makes no sense. So the whole point of you doing this is to, one, you want to see an increase in your credit score, not a couple of points. My credit score increased 40 points when I did this. That was the reason why I did it, because I needed my score to go up. I needed to create my own trade line, which is this loan account, right? So you're hitting all of these different points with this one banking product, with this one credit union product. I'm building my credit. I'm resaving, right? And then I've also created my own credit trade line. Actually, yeah, that's 3, right? So I ended up paying my loan down at the end of August. After this payment that's when I went out and I paid the 90% down. So when September hit, now my balance only showed that $4,136. And that is the reason why my score went up 40 points. Because it went from a $29,000 balance to a $4,000 balance. This is how credit works. Drop the mic. Get me up to 100,000 likes. I ain't saying nothing and answering nobody else's questions until y'all do that. Don't get on here talking smack to me, baby. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Some of y'all wasted your whole time doing the loan, paying it down the next day, the same month, listening to somebody who don't know what the hell they talking about. That makes no sense. None. Makes no sense to pay the loan in the same month that you got it. The whole point is credit building. That is the reason why you see the increase in your score, because your balance dropped so much. Again, I have 6 years in banking. I worked for a big box banking institution for 6 years. So I know credit. I know lending. I know underwriting. I know all of this. So those of you that's talking, you don't know. If you're talking crazy, you don't know. You've never heard of it before. And what we have to understand is when things don't sound right and you don't understand it, just be quiet and listen. Because then eventually you'll get it if you listen to the educator. Too many of y'all want to be talking and you're not listening. It's real simple. Now, let me also say this. Okay? Because this is one of the other things why I like this. The other reason why I like to do a save and secure loan strategy with my clients who are in the process of building their credit and building an understanding of learning financial management and how money works and how credit works, okay? Because also there could be a time if you are not financially stable, there may be a time where you got to close this loan out, right? So now let's also talk about this part, right? There may be a time where, God forbid, you lose your job, right? Now, God forbid, you lose your job and you don't have any income coming in. This is what you could do when you have a save and secure loan. You can't do this with an unsecured loan. You can only do this when you put the money up, all right? So let's say after year 3, okay? Let's say after year 3, you got $18,000 saved up in here. And now you just lost your job. Now, instead of being irresponsible, okay, because again, we have to talk about responsibility and how credit works, which is making your payments on time. You cannot be late doing this loan. Again, the whole point is to build your credit. So if y'all gonna be late on this, don't do this if you're not ready. You have to be ready and prepared because the whole point is to build your credit. So the moment you get a late payment, you just fucked your score up. Now your score finna drop. Them 40 points you was up, you about to be down 50 or 60, all for one late payment. So you have to be disciplined and understand why you're doing this, all right? Now, let's say, God forbid, something happened and you can set up payments. Yep, you can put on auto pay. So let's say, God forbid, you lose your job, right? Guess what, though? You're going to call the credit union and you're going to say, hey, credit union, I can't afford these payments no more. And they're going to close your loan out. You're going to say, you know what? Let's just close my loan out. Whatever I have left in my savings account at that time, I'll take that and then we'll be done. They're not going to give you any pushback. Why? Because you put the money up, remember? You help make them a little bit of money, whether if they got a little interest or not, right? Because we okay. 30,000. Remember, because you got it back in the beginning. Oh, let me know if I'm still on to say my Wi-Fi acting funny. So if I go out TikTok, let me know, right? So it's a win-win situation because you already got the 30,000 and spent it. You slowly paid yourself back over these next years, right? So if we talking about year 3, you got 18,000 sitting here. So the only thing you doing is forfeiting your other 2 years. So instead of you getting to 24,000, instead of you getting to 30,000, you just gonna walk away with 18,000. And the loan is closed and it's done. You can't do that with secure credit. You can't call up the bank and the credit union and say, I lost my job, y'all. Can we close my loan? They're gonna say, hell no. because we gave you $30,000 and you only paid us $18,000 back. So that's how y'all get into collections and other items of negative items being reported on your credit when you can no longer afford the payment, right? They hold that against you, which technically they have the right to because you took the $30,000. But that is the reason why I like to break down the difference in credit. There's secure credit and unsecured credit. So there's a very good reason why we do secure credit. It may not work for everybody. If it don't make sense to you, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Right? It's just that simple. If it don't make sense, you don't need to build your credit. You got money already. You know how to save. This ain't for you. It's simple as that. I ain't answering nobody on YouTube. So if I do still have anybody on YouTube watching, I am paying attention now. So sis, your link to the newsletter did not work. Is there another way to connect? It should work. This is the link to the newsletter. I'll send you the main link, which is the link tree, plstewart.club/tree. And on there, you can actually look at everything. You can join the newsletter. You can join the monthly membership. So I did share that with y'all. I do have a private financial literacy academy that I teach taxes, credit. Okay. We go over a little bit of business, not a whole lot, because I have a whole separate business community called Solo the Squad. But that's what I have here behind me. Circle. It's $49 a month right now as the early bird offer. So if you text me this phone number or you decide to go to my link in my bio, you can click the link on my bio and it will take you there to be able to join the membership community. What I teach on this free internet is not what you get in the membership community. That's why I go over the same content on this free internet. We done talked about Navy Federal 50 different times on here because y'all not paying me. So for free education, we're going to keep going over the same topics. But if you want to learn some new stuff every single month, you want to get in a private group, a private community where I do workshops. We do interviews with other business owners. I have other coaches that come on and educate you. We letting you in right now for $50 a month. I only open up my community twice a year. November, we open up. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So y'all can text me circle to get into the community, and you can join the community at $50 a month and learn all kinds of financial education that the school system has never taught you. All right. So now I will go into questions because how long? I've been on here an hour and 13 minutes. All right. So yeah, I don't want to be on here past 2 hours. So we got 45 minutes worth of questions or whatever you all got and all that other stuff. All right. If you are a business owner, before I answer questions, I do also want to throw this out there. If you are a business owner, I am having a Black Friday 3-day boot camp as well. So if you all do not have your Black Friday offer for Black Friday, because it's the largest spending day of the year, people are actually looking and saving to make money with you and spend money with you. So if you don't have a business, you want to learn how to start a business, you want to learn how to use your skill set, right? If you're a nail tech, a makeup artist, maybe you no longer want to keep doing that, right? I can teach you how to turn your skill set into an offer, an ebook, a course, a planner. And so in this 3-day boot camp, that's exactly what I'm teaching you. You can text the same number, but you can text Black Friday if you're a business owner or an aspiring business owner and you want to learn more. If you're a member of my membership community, your ticket is only $197. If you're not a member, your ticket is $397 for all 3 days. It's $100 a day pretty much. But you can win by getting in the community for $50. Tonight, I will blast the email out, sending everybody in the community a code, right? Your coupon code. So then that way you could get in the Black Friday offer for $249. You're still paying less than $379 as a non-member. But that way you get the Black Friday class and the membership community. So it's up to you. Or you could just keep watching the information that I go over here on this free internet. But we done been over this about 50 times. 50 to 100 times. Okay. All right. So now I'm getting ready to scroll to the top. Y'all know y'all been on here. I've been on here an hour and a half. So a lot of people comments went away. So I'm going to show you who comment shows up first, because you may have to retype your question in. But good savings habits don't start with taking loans. Right. There we go. Somebody talking who don't know the whole concept yet. I needed this. Thank you. Exactly. Otherwise, we out here just spending cash. That's all disappear. No positive once it's spent. Exactly. Some of you get it. Some of you don't. It don't matter. I'm not here to convince nobody. People should do what when buying a car if they can. Can't get a 2% car loan anywhere. Right. That's not going to happen. I mean, unless you got excellent credit. A lot of people got 0% car loans with excellent credit. So if you don't have the best credit, again, if you want to go on my YouTube channel, most of these videos that I record on my YouTube channel. You can go back and watch the replay. Last Friday for Finance Friday, I went over how you can get a car loan through the credit union. So I would suggest you take some time and get serious and go to my YouTube channel, Patrice L. Stewart. TikTok, actually, all of you all really should be following me on YouTube, just in case any of these platforms ever wanted to shut me down, right? Because YouTube, I have had no problems with. I have 538 videos on YouTube, okay? If you want to take a weekend and go learn some shit, go over there, because it's all of the replays is over there. But I did a whole workshop last week, just the way I'm doing today, answering questions live on the board, all of that. But it's on my YouTube channel, Patrice L. Stewart. Okay? So you can go learn that over there. I'm not going to re-bring that up because that's a whole nother other conversation. Similar to the 401k loan without the ability to build your credit. It's not the same as a 401k loan. It's actually completely separate and different. I really don't like when y'all like to bring those in. And then let me also tell you this. 401k, let me just say this too, because this is something else that a lot of you all, you've been taught. Think about who the 401k really benefits. Let's just think here. Because again, you're systematically brainwashed in this country to think certain ways. The 401k you cannot touch, but only for certain reasons, right? There's stipulations. If you want to go send your kids to college, if you want to buy a house, it's a couple of stipulations. Like, let's say it's 5 stipulations for you to be able to pull out your 401k without getting penalized. But you got to wait till you 62. You may be 30 years old right now. And you pouring all this money into your 401k. If your employer is not matching, you really should be listening to what I'm saying. If you putting your money into a 401k and you are not matching, your employer is no longer matching, because they stopped doing that to a lot of y'all when the pandemic hit. Okay. If your employer matching, put into your 401k. By all means. But also listen to this. You cannot touch that money until you're 62 and a half. Does that make any sense? Because at the end of the day, who is really winning when it comes to you holding your money for 32 fucking years? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to get better with this. 32 years. Who is winning? One, the bank, because your money is held and tied up in the banking institution. So they're flipping your money and making millions every single day while they holding your money hostage for 30 years. If you're 30 years old, you can't touch that 401k money until you're 62. So that means you got to pour into here for 32 years. And then let's say you're 40 and you want to pull this money out. They got the nerve to penalize you about 40%. They're going to take half of your money. They're going to take 40% of your money because you want to draw it out early. What type of bull crap is that? Again, who benefits? Because who's getting the penalty? The IRS, right? Which is why they have indoctrined you. Oh, just pour into your 401k. Just pour into your 401k. That's why they're not teaching you this shit that I'm teaching you, right? You're taught, oh, just save into a bank account, into a savings account, into your 401k. And then when you want to pull that money out early, you're penalized. Who wins? The IRS which is who is attached to the government. They're not the government. They're a paid collection government. They're a paid collection agency who the government has hired to manage and collect for you. Let's be clear. The IRS is not a federal government agency on their own. They're hired by the federal, I want to say Federal Trade Commission, but that's credit. FINRA, financial, y'all know what I'm saying, right? That's who your Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve hired IRS to collect your debt. They're a collection agency, just like Midland Credit Collection, just like whoever called you when you owe somebody a cell phone bill. It's the exact same concept. Okay? Exact same concept. So I'm not against 401k, but I'm also not for it, especially if you're not getting an employer matched 401k. If you're just pouring your money in and your employer not matching you, you're not winning. Because you could be flipping. Do you know how many times you could flip that same money over 32 years if you were speaking to a real wealth and financial advisor? Baby, bye. No. So again, you are brainwashed in this country because systems have already been put in place to teach you to go to school, go to college, pay 6 figures in for education. Y'all get out, and especially if you Black, they're not paying you $100,000. Statistics again, less than 18% of Americans make $100,000. So you got a 6-figure college degree, but you're not even making that. Brainwashed. That's what they taught you. All right. So no, this is not the same as a 401k loan. I'm sorry. I got a little triggered when I saw that because I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. Do not mix apples and oranges. It's not the same thing at all. Can you have more than one? Yes, you can. And this is why I also have a private community. I'm limited on this internet. I'm not limited in my private community. I can share and say things to you that I cannot say on this internet because I have haters. People are watching. People don't want y'all to know this information, baby. People do not want y'all to know this information because guess what? I'm reprogramming y'all. Y'all are brainwashed and I'm reprogramming y'all. So when I reprogram you and empower you financially, guess what? You have now been pulled out the system. You are now out of the matrix, which means you're not spending the money that they want you to spend with them. So they don't like people like me who get on here and tell you the truth. Okay? Just know and understand the value of the information that I'm saying. And if you don't get it, you will get it eventually. I don't want y'all to stop liking my page because I'm at the 100,000. You can still keep liking. I'm just not going to make you do as much. I'm not going to ask you to do as much. How about that? Come on, Nikki. Again, this is my page and channel, and I like people to know and understand who they talking to. So even though I don't have to, right? Some days I will address people who have naysayer comments because, again, their mindset is programmed. So you have to sometimes speak to those people and say, hey, you really need to shut up talking and listen to what I'm saying. Again, that's why I am who I am. I'm not the average person. I'm different, baby. So I do things how I want to do things. So I might say something. I'm not going to stay on it, but I am going to check people sometimes because some of our people need to be checked because they don't know no better. They so used to running their mouth and not believing nothing, right? So it's okay for me to address it. It's nothing wrong with that. We just can't stay there. I did, however, I was young and didn't know. Right. I mean, it's okay. We all do. I'm not perfect. I've messed up my credit. I filed bankruptcy. I've lost my house. I've lost cars. I've shared that here on my community. I'm very transparent. I'm not on here like I ain't went through shit. I'm from Chicago, Southeast side. Okay. Book smart and street smart. I'm hood and educated. Don't get it twisted. I am not, and that's the reason why I can say what I'm saying, because I took myself out of poverty. I took myself out of living check to check. I have not worked for a corporation since March of 2013. So every single thing that I'm saying is because I did it myself. I have the blueprint because I did it. Right? So don't get it twisted. You don't have to be perfect. You're gonna make mistakes. You're not taught this. All right. So don't beat yourself up. Just understand and learn and do better. When you know better, you do better. Simple as that. When you know better, you do better. So don't nobody get on your cell phone here. Okay. Next question. Is it because the question that I'm first really seeing like as a real question, Miss Israelite, what's going on? You said, is it because you need to show payment history? Okay, you at the part where I was telling y'all about paying the loan down. So I answered that. You should have got that. It's a couple of people on here impatient. You also got to learn patience. You're not an educator. I am. And I understand that everybody does not learn at the same pace. So those of y'all that's on here talking about get to the point, all this other stuff, you'll learn. Especially when you're not paying nobody. I'm on here for free. You're not paying me, baby. If I wanted to take 20 minutes to talk about one thing, then that's what it is. You could keep scrolling. Can you get loans with the low credit scores? Honestly, okay, I'm going to say this. As a lender, right? You're a lender. You're a lender. Let's say your cousin want to borrow $1,000 from you. Okay? You know that this cousin that you got, I'm trying not to use up all my damn paper because again, this is for my people who pay. Okay, I can't be using all my resources for free shit. You a lender, right? If somebody got collections, non-payment for bills, right? What's on your credit report? Collections, charge-offs, right? Charge-off account. You got 3 charge-offs. You got 5 collections. Your credit score 550. Why in the fuck do I want to give you some money? Make it make sense. Why would I loan to you when your credit profile shows me proof that you're not going to pay your damn bills? So those of y'all that be asking me, can I have a bad credit and do it? Why? If your cousin come to you and you know this cousin don't make no payment, don't pay nobody back, and they like, cuz, I get it from people all the time. I'm not giving you shit. I know y'all don't pay me back. What I'm giving you money for? That means your history. And that's why we have to understand how credit works in this country. Your credit report is your payment history. So if your payment history profile shows me clearly that you got 5 collections, you got 3 charge-offs of credit cards, you have not paid these people, why do I want to give you money and you gonna fuck me? You got to think common sense. Take yourself out of the equation because y'all also with people who look like me, you're emotionally charged. Sometimes you don't think because you're just going off of emotions. I'm broke. I need this money. I got to pay my rent. I got to do this. I got to do that. You're just thinking about what you got to do. You're not thinking logically because you're the ones who needs it. But do this look good as going to a bank? No. So what you want to do is focus on getting these collections moved off. Maybe you need to take my credit course in the membership. We have a credit course. And you got templates that you could download. So now you can write letters to these collection companies to dispute this, right? If you could dispute 4 of these accounts, and now instead of having 5 accounts, you only got 1 collection, your credit score gonna go up. So now you done maybe moved your score up to 650, right? Now let's say you dispute some charge-offs, you might get this down from 3 to 0. Your score gonna go up a little bit. Now maybe you at 675. Now you can take your ass to ask for some money. But y'all gotta do the work first because you're messing yourself up. And that's the reason why so many of you are paying 23%, 25% for a 10-year-old car. You got a 10-year-old Mercedes Benz and you think you're winning, but they charging you $700 a month is your car note payment. No. You need to take the time, fix your credit, get your score up, remove that negative debt, and then you go to a bank. I need y'all to stop asking me that question. Should I be applying for loans when my score is bad? No, you should not. Okay? I explained the 90% now. At that time, they didn't. It's a requirement having a checking account. Yes, in order to get a credit union account, you're going to have a checking account or a savings account. You got to have it. Usually, credit unions want you to have both, which it will behoove you to have both. So yes, you have to, but in order for you to do this savings secured loan, what we're talking about, you have to have a savings account. They're only going to attach the loan to the savings account, not a checking account. Okay. So that's why I said savings in the beginning. And let me also be clear. This is not a CD. Do not let the banker go in there and tell you to do a CD because you're not doing a CD. You're only doing a savings account because if you do a CD, right? Let's say that they done talked you into doing a 1-year CD. As you pay that loan down, that money is not available to you. Okay? So if you did a 1-year CD, right? If you do a 1-year CD, that $6,000 is going to sit in that CD for the whole year. This $6,000 is not going to be available to you until the end of that year term. So that you do not want to do a CD. You only want them to attach this to your savings account. Don't let them people try to lock you into a CD. Again, I used to work in banking. So sometimes your banker will sell you something so they can make a commission. Okay? So don't do that. Because if you want the money to be available to you as you're paying it down, that's the only way it's available. So just know that. If y'all fine with locking your money in for a CD, cool. But just know that. So if you had a 3-year CD, you would not be able to touch this $18,000 for 3 whole years. Or guess what? What did I say? They're going to penalize you. They're going to charge you a percentage to get your $18,000 out. So you may walk away with $15,000 instead of $18,000 because you broke your CD term. And this is how banking works. It's always been a system to lock your money in so they can do what they want to do with your money while you don't know and have no clue. And they making millions of dollars with our money in deposits because that's the money that's sitting in there every day while you holding it into a CD. It's a system. We are all brainwashed. You have to literally unlearn everything and relearn it. That's the power and the information that I bring. With a little bit of attitude, with a little bit of gangster. So I might cuss you out, but I'm still teaching you. I may, hey, right? But at the end of the day, I'm still teaching you, okay? But I got to get this way sometimes because we got people of color on here, and y'all know how we are. Love to talk smack and run your mouth. So you got to be able to have a tough backbone. I'm a straight shooter, all right? I'm not one of those, hi, children, today we are here in class. Why you should not. Now, in my paid membership, I'm nice. I ain't cussing y'all out that pay me, okay? So just know that. You don't get that in my paid membership because you paying me. So you going to get the, hi, this is Patrice Stewart. All right, all y'all asking about the 90%. I already covered that. I told y'all it's a lot of comments. It say right now 98 new comments. So once I refresh the screen, I got to go through another 100 comments, okay? So I'm not ignoring you. It's just it takes a while to go through the comments. It's also helps when you're applying. Okay, that's not a question. Any kind of straight comments, I'm not answering. I'm only answering questions. Tap on in, Music Life, and get in the community, baby. Go ahead and get in the circle, girl. You can learn this all day and day. it's a module community as well, y'all. When y'all log in, y'all gonna have access to like 30 videos of content already. So that's the other thing. Outside of me releasing new content every month, you get 2 new videos a month. You get 1 live workshop with me a month, just like this, but we in the private community, not on Facebook, TikTok, none of that stuff, right? You get a dinner and learn with me a month. So a dinner and learn, we bring in an expert, right? So I like to bring my friends in, my mobile home investing, Byron and Sharnice, that's going to teach y'all about buying a mobile home. I got friends that's in government contracting. They're going to come in and show you how to get into government contracting. I got friends that's in the trucking industry. They're going to show you how to get into the trucking industry. So that's, baby, this is millions of dollars worth of game. Y'all are able to get in right now at $50 instead of paying $149 a month. You're able to get in right now at $50 a month. If y'all ain't taking advantage of this early bird offer, baby, you're gonna be mad. Because when we shut down the month of November, that's it. We don't open back up until April. Okay? So we in class and community from that time, and nobody else is allowed in. All right. So it's a reason why I only allow you all in twice a year, because we have a lot of information to go over. You say, yep, I need this with trade lines. Yep. But you have to keep paying for them trade lines. That's the difference. This here, I created my own trade line, and it was a loan, not a credit card. Because remember, some of y'all too, y'all have to diversify y'all credit. Everything cannot be all credit cards. Everything cannot be all a loan. You got to have a mixture of a loan and a credit card, a mortgage, a auto loan, a personal loan, right? So credit has to be diversified, just like a stock portfolio diversification. It's the same concept. So if you got all credit cards, that's not good either, right? If you don't have a loan or a mortgage or an auto loan, they're looking at you like you're not building credit. You're not utilizing. You're not diversifying. Okay. As far as y'all, so this is the other thing. Why would you want to do this with multiple credit unions? Let me just say this to y'all. Y'all should not be putting multiple loans on your credit at a time, because there's a thing called debt to income ratio, DTI. I can't teach you everything in one night. I'm just letting you know who I am and how boss I am and the information that I know. All right. But it makes no sense for y'all to do 2 $30,000 loans, because guess what? You done now just brought your DTI. DTI is debt to income. So if you only make $100,000 and now you got 2 $30,000 loans on here, that don't look good, because you're stretched. Your DTI is too high. Your debt to income is too high. So you want to keep your debt to income ratio low. So I don't understand the concept of y'all wanting to do multiple loans at one time. People ask that all the time on here. That makes no sense to me. Can you please share with me why you're asking that question? Is that something that you was told by the fake gurus? Because I don't understand that. I literally get that on here all the time. Can I do multiple loans? Because it's the other thing. Can you afford the multiple payment? Because on this $30,000 loan, the payment was $547. So now if you got 2 $30,000 loans, that's what, $1,000, over $1,000 that you got to pay every month? Why are you doing it? I need to know. I need answers with that. I might skip some of the other comments just to see if somebody make it make sense. So the people that was asking, where do you get the 30K? Where do you get the 30K? I'm an entrepreneur. This was my 30,000. I know how to save. I don't buy cars, clothes, and rims. I don't buy labels and brands. I'm not a label whore. So I'm very frugal. I know how to save my money. So the money that I pay myself, that's how I got this $30,000 cash. I have a business. My business made some money. I paid myself. That's how I got this 30,000. Okay. So that's where the 30 coming from, for those of y'all asking where the 30 came from. All right, y'all just not answering the interest question. Okay, that was me asking you about the interest. Will it stay? Oh, there we go. That's the question I was looking for. So Maya says, will it stay on your credit report after you paid it, or it has to be active? So great question, Maya. Right? So, oh, well, I still got YouTube up. Okay. So Maya said, after we cut the loan off after year 3, right? Does it still report to my credit? Is that the way you was asking, Maya? So no, because once you officially close the loan out, it's no longer reporting. It's no longer an active open payment. I'm glad you said that. Or it has to be active. So yes, it has to be active, Maya. And again, let me just bring this screenshot up to show y'all again. Remember? This was the reason why I paid down 90% and not the whole loan off. Again, y'all got to understand strategy. You got to be strategic as to why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, so let me show you this. Let me bring the screenshot up again so you can understand. I got to get my thing of water, y'all, because my mouth is dry as hell. So while I go grab my water, oh shoot, I wanted to wait. I wanted y'all to. Well, this is the main thing, right? So the other thing is this loan is still reporting for me. That's the reason why I paid down 90%, because this loan is still open and active. Even though, let me get out the way. You see right here? You see at the bottom of the screen? You could probably barely see it, right? If you look right here, if you look right here at the bottom of the screen down here, right? Look down here. What does it say? $14.56 due May 25th, 2026, right? So because I paid down 90% after 90 days, I waited 90 days to pay the loan down. My score shot up 40 points. Everybody's score points is going to be different. So don't get stuck on that 40 points, because this is how credit works. Everybody credit is different. So there is no one size fits all. All right. Somebody may see a 20-point increase. Somebody may see 60, right? Mine was 40, right? But I knew that it would be a nice jump. All right. So that was the reason why I did this. Now, because I paid so much down, that covered my payments for 4 years. So that's why you want to leave some balance on there to keep the account active. But I have not made another payment on this loan since I paid this loan down last year. What I did, I did my loan in May, June, July. I paid it down at the end of July. I have not made another payment since July 2022. And you can see right here, I did a screenshot in September, 9/20/2023. This is my payoff balance. If I wanted to pay it off, it's probably a couple more dollars, right? But the balance was $4,136. If I wanted to pay it off, I would have to pay $42.60, just round it up. And again, the only interest that I paid was $119 and some change for the same people on here running about the interest. But how much information have I given you tonight that shows the value of doing something like this? How many benefits that come along with doing something like this? We're not tripping off no little bit of interest. And let me even say this. Even if I wanted to keep the loan out for the whole 5 years, I'm still paying less than $1,700 interest over time. So if I had to spend $1,700 over 5 years to get $30,000 back, because remember, at the end of the 5 years, if you don't touch the money in the savings, that money is available. So it makes sense for me to pay the loan for 5 years and pay $1,700 in interest when I'm gonna have $30,000 available. That's the bigger picture that many of you all are not getting. You so focused with the little bit of interest that the credit union is getting, you're not understanding the strategy. Because the strategy is to walk away and have $30,000 available again in 5 years or 3 years or whatever years, right? Because we just went through the thing. That's the strategy. So stop getting stuck on the little minute stuff, because real people in financial services, we're not afraid of interest. Good interest, there's such thing as good interest and bad interest. If it's going to make you win in the end, then good interest. And that's how you got to think. All right. YouTube, I'm sorry, kind of love. So let me answer a couple of YouTube if you have any, because I know some of y'all are just commenting. So favorite cousin, you put that up real quick early. So I think we've gone over this enough for you to understand the concept now. Because I think you said only reports for 4 months. So it's not only reporting for 4 months. So hopefully you were on here and you heard the whole rest of it. Because I think your question was early on in the beginning. You need to wait a minimum of 90 days before y'all pay this loan down. It does not make any sense to pay this loan down any faster than that. That's the best I could say. You could pay the loan off whenever you want to, but it makes no sense to pay this loan down in the same month that you got it. I don't know who told y'all that. They are not in financial services. And this is also how you can know who's real and who know and understand what they're talking about and who just sharing fake information with y'all. Because whoever told y'all that on this internet is wrong as hell. And I wish they would. Okay. I think y'all get the point. I could take. Is this it? I don't want to show you too much. Okay, so this the loan too. This is my original loan for $30,000. Deposited into my checking. That's the payment. Okay. Again, I always got receipts, boo. We don't take screenshots for nobody else stuff. This is all my stuff. At one point in time, I even logged in on here with my TikTok people. Bam. Finance charge, $1,762. So again, if I could borrow my $30,000, use this money today and pay myself back over time, ain't nobody tripping off no $1,700 off no $1,700 finance charge when I'm gonna walk away with $30,000 at the end of 5 months. It's called strategy. It's called financial literacy and knowledge of the banking and credit system. That's what it's called. When you a business owner like me, we pay 18, sometimes 20% for business loans. I'm not tripping off no little $1,700 at all. Okay. So I just wanted to show y'all that part there. Because sometimes y'all get to really tripping off that interest, baby. And it is not that serious. When the long run is, if you've never been able to save no money in your life, you able to save and have money access to you again, and you tripping off of $1,700 worth of interest, your mindset is whack, and you need to learn something. Unlearn and relearn. It's the best I could tell you. Okay? So, go ahead and get into community. No problem. You'll be able to watch the replay. Matt, is your name Matador? So no, you cannot do this with a business account. Cut them off. You can't do this with a business account. This strategy is for personal credit. Shannon, I love you. Shannon bouncing back and forth between both platforms, baby. She got me on YouTube and TikTok. Get them algorithms up for me, Shannon. Come on. That's why I mess with you, community member, tribe member. Be safe out there, Arlington, Virginia. And I just want to give it up to y'all who's still on here on this Friday night. I'm proud of y'all. I don't know where y'all at in the world right now. If you going out tonight, but you sat on here and learned and got a little financial literacy in here with me, I'm proud of y'all for being on here. Thank you. But this is what Friday night looked to me for all the time. I party in my office. I got taxes to do. We got money to make. Y'all can keep that club shit. I don't need that. I party up in this office all day. This is my club right here. Club Finance. Thank you for coming to the club tonight. Same rule if you double up payments. Does the same rule if you double up payments? Yes. Because at the end of the day, Golden, every payment that you make is technically going back to your savings account, right? So if I go in and pay my loan down tomorrow, if I pay that $4,000 off today, tomorrow that $4,000 is available, or let's say by Monday, because it's the weekend. The bank don't credit accounts and transactions on the weekend. So by Monday, they're gonna get the payoff. By Tuesday, I'm gonna have that $4,000 sitting available in my account, right? The balance that I just showed y'all with my $4,000, if I paid that off today, it's going to be available in my savings account. So if you double up on your payments, yes, you're going to get there quicker. All right. I didn't see that earlier, Kentrell, when you said it's acting up again, my internet. But luckily we came back in because y'all didn't say nothing. So thanks, Kentrell, for letting me know if you were still on here or not. But I didn't see that at the time. All right. Now y'all saying it makes sense. This is a personal. When you sit and listen, make that savings to build the credit. That's Shannon on there telling y'all right. I say our people just love to talk sometimes. They just love to blurt out stuff when they don't know where you getting to. Because there's so much misinformation on this internet. Y'all thinking I'm just like these regular fake gurus. Y'all don't know that y'all done came across a real queen around here. Y'all so used to the fake and the phony, y'all don't even know what real look like. Y'all like, what? Shut up, you lying. So you gave me the bank. So you gave the bank $30K and paid $500 per month. I'm in the wrong business. Come on over, baby, and learn something. I teach you how to type. You want to learn how to do taxes? I'm looking for some people right now. I was gonna offer it to my community first. I usually don't eat on here, y'all. I ain't ate all day. I'm sorry. I ain't ate a damn thing today. I'm running on straight fumes. I'm usually not on here crunching and munching in your face. I'm sorry, okay? But the least I could do is get a couple of chips in after I done gave you $1 million worth of game. So you give the bank. So yeah, if you want to learn taxes, I would rather deal with my community first, right? Even if you're not in my private community, if you're my TikTok community, YouTube community. So I have a tax agent program that we're releasing next week. Your investment is $495 as a tax agent, and you can make payments. You would have to pay half for me to know that you're serious, right? But we have an 8-week course that I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you taxes, how on my system, I'm using my eFin. I'm going to show you how to get your PTN number, right? And then I'm going to teach you data entry and taxes and how you can start doing taxes. Now, if you have your own tax company already and you want to learn how to build your business all year round, just like me, because I'm not a January through April preparer. I'm filing taxes tonight. I just billed $10,000 last week, right? I'm about to put some videos up on TikTok to show y'all that. Like, again, I show proof. I'm running reports. They got my name on it. You can tell it's not no screenshots because y'all get a lot of people with screenshots on here. Everybody be stealing somebody's screenshot, making up screenshots. Tell them people to show you run me a report for real. Run me a live report. Tell them people to show you the proof. Because there's so many fake people out here. But anyway, so I have a tax coaching program as well. So those of y'all who already do taxes, but maybe you want to learn how to do taxes all year round, how to build your business properly, what type of clients should you be marketing to and looking for, then that's a coaching program. So you can text the same number, tax agent, if you're interested in that. It's going to be $500 for you to be an agent. But like I said, you could pay half to get started. And then my coaching program is $1997. When I say 19, that's $1,997. I've been in this business over 18 years. All right. And again, I got the proof. We're making the money. So I can show you how to make some real money if you want to learn. So if you want to do the coaching, then you would tax coaching. But if you want to learn to be an agent, some of y'all got friends, families, y'all can do their taxes legally, right? Not on TurboTax. We ain't doing TurboTax and all that stuff. I'm an e-file agent. So I'm registered with the IRS as an e-file agent, right? So we can file your last 3 years of taxes electronically. We're not mailing in 2020. We're not mailing in 2021, right? So that's the difference when you're working with a real professional in the game who know what they're doing. All right, so I think I answered all of those questions. 100K, 100K, 100K. Okay, y'all on here happy y'all got me to the 100K finally. Nah, I love y'all. Is Circle in a certain time y'all meet or just the group name? So Circle is Inner Circle. So when you go to the link, when I send you a link, I have a whole page that shows you, and you can see it in detail and all that. I got a video on there that I talk to y'all, all that. So Circle is just the community, Inner Circle. But the name of the group is Tax Cred Academy Group, because this is my company logo, Tax Cred Academy. So it's called Tax Cred Academy Group, but you're in my inner circle. That's the community. That's the membership. Kentrell say, I went through the credit union, got my car. Come on, Kentrell, winning. Oh, Lord, I'm spitting and stuff. Y'all be all right. Winning. Shannon said, I got 2.9% APR on my car loan. They should have gave you zero, Shannon. Shit, at the 800. Let me tell you something, Shannon, too, because y'all not taught this. When y'all know y'all got over 800 credit score, you shouldn't be paying interest on nothing. You also can negotiate. So when they come with you with that 2.9, now I need zero. If you want this deal and you want this business, because I went to this other credit union, they told me I could do zero. Like when you know you got good credit, baby, you got real buying power. You know what I'm saying? So you can negotiate your rates. Don't let them tell you, oh, we can get you at 2. Really, with that kind of credit, you shouldn't even be paying no interest. Real talk. But that's still extra good, right? But I just want you to know moving forward, if you ever want to buy another car and you got an 820 score, baby, you shouldn't be paying no damn interest. That's excellent credit. But that 2.9 ain't a lot of people not getting that. So you still did good. Now, let me say this. I see somebody asking, should I close my 401k? I share with you all my opinion. I share with y'all the mindset of this country and how it's built and how I think. I'm not getting on here telling you to go and do none of that stuff. Go and talk to your own financial advisor. A lot of them is brainwashed too, though, but do your research. Don't go off. I never get on here and tell you to go and do something and close something out, because every single one of y'all come from a different place, different background, different income, everything, right? So if you ever follow me or continue to follow me, you will hear me repeat this same thing, right? I am not your personal financial advisor. I give you a lot of information that you can take in and take heed to, but I'm not on here telling you to go and close out your 401k tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. I am telling you to think about how the 401k is set up. Think about who long-term is benefiting from your money being in there for 30, 40, 50 years, whatever age group. If you're in your 20s, you can't touch that money till you're 62. And that's why the younger generation is like, this is some bullshit. How in the fuck was our parents dealing with this? This is crazy. Because the younger generation who I do their taxes for, baby, they go 4, 5 jobs. They had 8 W-2s. Y'all be coming here with 1 W-2 for the last 30 years. Because that's what we've been taught. Stay on that one job, deal with that bull crap. No, this younger generation, they like, hell no, there's money to get out here. I'm moving around. So just listen to the information that I'm saying. If you got to write it down later, go back and review it. But I'm not ever telling you to just close your stuff out. I'm making you think about why they have certain things in place. All right. I want to be real crystal clear with that, because only somebody who knows your individual situation and financial situation should be talking to you like that. You're not a client of mine. When you get to working with me, then cool. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I have a wealth advisor that I refer you all to. A financial advisor is a licensed professional, FA. Okay. I'm a tax and business strategist. That's where I focus. But I have so much experience in the financial space, working in the banking industry, working in doing credit, working in business, that I share my knowledge and my thought process. Okay. Let's just be crystal clear, because I don't want nobody on here. Patrice told me to do. No. Okay. This is not legal financial advice. Okay. Let me put that disclaimer out there. We had 2 hours. All right. We're getting off of here in the next less than 10 minutes. I got a couple more questions to go through and we out. I'm done with the information. So YouTube, if y'all still want to be on here, cool. But we done. I'm just answering questions at this point, because I got to do a little bit more work before I get out of here, because I'm right back in here tomorrow. And I'm fighting for rights here in Chicago with the Chicago migrant, against the mayor, against the alderman. I'm speaking out. I'm doing shit that they ain't used to people doing. They got all kind of people calling me. I had 3 alderman reps today. It's a lot going on, baby. But I still took the time to come on here and educate y'all, as I promised on Finance Friday. All right. Well, you still benefit if you pay the loan off before 5 years. Yes, we broke that down. Hopefully you was on here. I broke that down and showed y'all me paying the loan off and how it's still reporting for me. It's going to report for me for the next 4 years, because I kept that balance. As long as you got any kind of balance open, it's an active loan. So that means it will report. I have not made another payment since July 2022. It's November 2023. And it's reported paid on time every single month on all 3 credit bureaus. Right? That's why I say my own trade line. I'm not paying for a credit card account. You're literally creating your own trade line account. Is that a good idea when your credit limit increases, the payment went down? Is that a good thing when your credit limit increased and the payment went down? Okay, you say, is that a good thing when your credit limit increases, so your limit went up and then the payment went down? Yeah. I think I'm getting what you're asking me. I don't know if you're still on here or not. Maculin, you say, is that a good thing when your credit limit increased and the payment went down? If your credit limit was 5,000 and they took it to 10,000, I understand when you say the payment went down. Because are you still talking about the loan, or are you now on a credit card? Because your payment is the same every month with a loan, right? That's where the $547 come in. Your payment is a fixed monthly payment every month. So when you pay the loan down, that's when the payment changes. When you do pay the balance down, that's when your payment amount changes. Because if you notice, it said I don't have to make another payment till May 25th, 2026. And that payment was $14.56. It wasn't $547, right? So I think that's what you're asking me. I'm not sure, because you asked this question a while ago. Exactly, Marco, because school is fake too. That's a whole nother other thing, though. If I ever had a kid, my kid would not be in the American school system. They would be homeschooled. Everything you learned in the American school system didn't teach you nothing. If you're not a lawyer, a doctor, if you just went to regular school and got your degree like me, a business administration, a lot of people not even using their degree. You learn all that crap. Geometry. If you're not doing no carpentry, you never ever see geometry again in your life. Okay? So please teach y'all kids early. Okay? Don't be mad at your kids when they don't want to go to college because they can make so much more money. I make more money than a lot of people who got a college degree. Okay? We was brainwashed. So I'm genuinely appreciate your realness. Oh, thank you, dear. She got the same question. What about the interest amount? Okay, I believe I answered that too. I came in late. I was in a marriage over 20 years with no financial independence. Thank you so much. Oh, shy girl. You are welcome, beautiful. And that's what happens sometimes too. Men don't understand that. Like I talk about a lot of stuff on my channel, but men don't understand that. Women we have this era of financial independence because so many women were held down in marriages and with men. That's why our grandmothers, my grandmother didn't know nothing. She depended on my grandfather for everything, right? She didn't even have a 4th grade education. So as our grandparents and our mothers started showing us, they was telling us, hey, make your own money. Be independent, right? My dad was very big with me making my own money. And my mama didn't tell me that. My dad was the one who pushed me. My dad is the financial had his PhD in accounting, and my grandmother was a teacher. Like I learned that from that side of the family. My mama's side of the family is from Chicago, hood, everybody damn near on Link, Section 8, like except my mama, right? We never was on assistance. You get what I mean? So again, it's a mindset, right? So when you don't know, and when you're held back, you just don't know. So I'm glad that I was able to help you with that. So come back and learn some more. You say I don't think they understand to do. I don't think people don't understand they don't have to do the 30,000. Right, Pebbles. I'm glad you put that. Right. I am showing you all my example, right? Because I never want to limit you. I don't want to give you a 5K example because I want you to know and understand. I was a young girl that grew up on the southeast side of Chicago. I didn't born into money, right? I built this along with God and the brain that He gave me, but I built this. So it was a time where I did not have $30,000 cash. Okay. But I want to use these examples so you can also see that your life could change in the same amount of time that mine's changed if you put the right effort and energy into building yourself. Right. And so that's why I get in my community and I share certain things, how I sacrifice. I slept in my office for 11 months. I lost my house. I lost both my cars. That gave me the push to get it all back. You ain't no real hustler if you can't lose it all and build it all back, baby. Y'all out here listening to a lot of these fake gurus. They don't know how to build nothing. Right? So you don't. You can have any balance. I just like for you to see that 30,000. Shit, that may inspire you to do more. So you can have that access. Because I didn't always have this. I had to build to this. All right, we out. I have 2 jobs. Birth 401k matches, the other ones don't. Again, Alfredo, I'm not on here to give you financial credit. That's a consultation. But you still wouldn't be talking to me. You will be going to a financial advisor, or my wealth advisor, Ladarius Hunt, is who I use here in Chicago. He's very, 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 very amazing with these type of strategies on how that same money that y'all put into your 401k, he can speak to you and talk to you about where other places that you could put that money. That's who I use. I don't know everything. I'm just sharing snippets with you, but I got people in place that can help you. Okay. But I'm never going to get on here and tell you, should you close your account? There go another question. I don't do that. And let's just be real clear. Nobody should be telling you that. Even if I was the licensed financial advisor, I'm not going to get on here and just tell you that. I don't know you, Alfredo, right? Everybody financial situation is different. So you all should not be talking to nobody on this free internet and expecting financial advice. That's what I want you to stop doing. That's how so many of y'all have gotten the wrong information now and paying down the damn loan the same month that you got it, because you expecting financial advice from the free internet. That's not how real business work. You're going to come in here to this office, so we're going to do a Zoom. We're going to have a paid consultation. Okay, that's how financial services work. No real ethical, legal professional with a license is going to give you no kind of advice on this free internet. And that's what I need y'all who look like me to understand. Financial services is not handled this way. Okay? That's why I want you to learn from here. This is what I'm saying. I said that several times. You're not a client. I'm not giving you advice. Okay? It's a reason. All of you are different situations. So please stop looking at people on the internet to give you legal financial advice. These are conversations that you should be having one-on-one with you and that individual person so they can actually see the full picture of what's going on in your life. You still ask me the same question. I ain't still asking yet. Maculin, are you still on here? Because I'm gonna just scroll up to get to your answer. Shit. Are you still on here? Because girl, I done seen your question 18 times on here about that damn paying off. Maculin. If you on here right now, I'm looking at the bottom of the last comment. Please put your stuff on here what I just asked you so we can get off of here. I'm waiting on you before I let. If you don't respond, then I know you left already. And some of the community members on here, like PYT Shannon, she's been following me for a while. So when she responds to y'all, most of the time, because sometimes Shannon had her own reason, but most of the time, Shannon telling you what she's heard me say before. So Shannon's a part of the community. Golden's a part of the community. You'll see some people on here that are family members, community members. They've been rocking with me since day one. So I'm looking for you. I'm gonna refresh it again. She did say credit card. Thank y'all, because I'm like I can't go through all these comments. I don't see her. So she said with a credit card. Okay, so yeah, credit card is different because that's revolving credit, right? So even though you can do a secure credit card, but it's revolving credit. So the money is available to you and you can make different payments. You don't have to pay the same amount, right? So that's the difference with a credit card is it's revolving and you choose. I mean, you got to make the minimum payment. So the minimum payment could be $15, right? But your score is not going to change because you done made this minimum little bitty payment. But you're not stuck with making a $500 a month payment commitment with a loan. See, with a loan, it's a fixed payment commitment. With revolving credit, with a credit card, you could max the card out and pay very little. But the reason why they allow you to do that is because they charge you interest. You billing the interest, right? So go watch that credit card YouTube sometime, whatever y'all feel like it. Because I probably was on there 2 hours too talking about this. But in that credit card, how to buy a car with a credit union, I go over all of this. The same way I stayed on here doing all of this, I did the exact same thing on that credit union live. So go on my YouTube channel and watch that. This deal goes away on, I want to say like Wednesday, we cut it off. Because we've been running the early bird offer for a week. I usually don't run the early bird offer no more than a week. So I'm going to cut it off probably like Wednesday. And then we'll go away. It'll be the regular price, right? And then on Black Friday, we're going to come back and run it for maybe 3 days through Black Friday, maybe Cyber Monday. And then we done. Y'all can't get in no more after that. You will not be able to get into the community again until next year. So you will only have, one-on-one consulting, coaching, but you cannot get in the monthly membership again until the year. I might just miss some of y'all. I've been on here 2 hours. I'm tired. It's 2:15. I refreshed the screen, but y'all not really having a whole lot of, okay, now I actually get into the questions. So I'm so sorry, ma'am. I like I said, I wanted to explain to you, I don't see your questions because I get so many comments. And until I refresh the screen, another set of 100 messages come through. So I see you on here saying, please help. Is this a good thing? Okay. I'm sorry that it took me so long to see it. Girl, they do be editing and photoshopping, baby. They be editing and photoshopping and all this stuff. And I'll be like, that's not even how a Stripe account looks. Sometimes they be telling y'all, this how much I made in my Stripe account. That's not even what a screenshot of a Stripe account look like. Like that, they just be getting over on y'all with a lot of stuff. So pay attention to who you are talking to, baby. Pay attention to who you out here listening to. Yours is through Langley Federal Credit Union. There go that lady. She just commented again. I feel so bad. Y'all, she is on here like 20 times. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Diana, I ain't getting into that tonight. That's a whole nother other conversation. Join me tomorrow, Diana, if you're interested in that. I will be live tomorrow for Big Business Saturday. I don't say Small Business Saturday because we don't do nothing small. Y'all see, I'm a big girl. I got some weight on me. Ain't nothing small about me, right? So I say Big Business Saturday. So I will be on tomorrow. I don't know exactly when. Usually I try to do it in the morning, 10 to 11 to noon or something, and do Big Business Saturday where I get on and talk to y'all about starting a business, how you can use the money for business. But we're not getting into what kind of business that you can start with that 30K tonight. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm beat. Holla at me tomorrow on that one for Big Business Saturday. That girl, that child, girl, I feel so bad you to ask that question. I want to send your ass $25 on Cash App because I doing these lives, Maculin. Send me your Cash App, Maculin. Message me your Cash App. I'm gonna gift you $25 tonight, okay? Because you have asked this question literally 30 times on here, and I almost feel bad for how many times you asked that question. So, can you message me your Cash App? You can message me on Facebook, or if you want to text me to my office number, take a screenshot. I'm still working tonight, but I would like to send you $25. Okay. I just feel bad for that. You steady on here asking. She's steady asking. I'm still seeing it come through. Lord. But I like that. That's persistence. See, because I've said that if y'all want a real question answered, you got to keep asking. And she stayed with it. So let me buy you lunch tomorrow, okay? Yes, Bernardo, your score will drop anytime you close an account out. I just want to be clear on that. Your score will drop. It's not going to drop a whole lot, right? But it will drop. Your points will drop a little bit, but you're going to have other things on your credit reporting for you. So that's how credit works. You may have an account that closes out. You may see a drop in your score, but then after about 60 to 90 days worth of on-time payments from other accounts on your credit report, your score will go back up, okay? So that's just, it is what it is. Every account is not going to stay open forever, all right? So anytime you close an account, yes, you will see a score drop. How much? Again, that's going to depend on every individual and what's reported on your credit, all right? But as long as you have an open, active account, like a credit card, if you have an active credit card account and you're paying that every single month, your score will go back up. All right. So don't be afraid of your score dropping. That's again the reality of credit. That's how credit works. It's not going to be the same score every month, right? Because if you're using your credit cards more than maybe last month, anything over 30% utilization, your score is going to drop. So that's why we say You want to be strategic with your credit. That's why we say don't max your cards out when you get them, right? And that's why I say, just leading into tomorrow, come back on to talk about big credit and business credit tomorrow, right? But that's why we use our personal credit to get business credit. Because with business credit, it does not affect your score unless you unless you default the account. So when I do stuff, I don't normally use my personal, like how I'm showing y'all with this example. I did this $30,000 loan. I paid it off early because when I want to go get a business loan for $250,000, it's gonna look real good to the underwriter that I paid off a $30,000 loan that was originally meant to do 5 years, but they could see that I paid that sucker down in 90 days. So the underwriter is the only person that can approve y'all for a loan, a credit card, anything. So again, these fake gurus can't tell you you're going to get a $20,000 credit card. Nobody can guarantee you that. Nobody can guarantee you that but the bank or the credit union, which is an individual called an underwriter that sits and reviews your application. They look at your credit report. They look at your income. You get what I'm saying? It's a process. So don't let these people tell you run this play and run that. Real financial services people, we don't say play. That should be an automatic red flag. Anybody talk about run the plays, all right? Because in real financial services, that's not how we talk, right? Y'all have never heard me say that goofy ass shit, run the plays. Because this ain't a game. This is your livelihood. You could really build and change your whole life. So this is a strategy. This is a product. This is a savings product, a credit product. You get what I mean? So learn and understand what I'm saying with the terminology. You have never heard me say run no plays, because real financial services people, we don't talk like that. This ain't a game. Pay a little more, the minimum pay. Okay, I'm getting off of here because I keep answering questions. Young lady, send me your Cash App. Hopefully you took my information down or message me. I'll be looking for that for you. The rest of y'all have a good night. I love y'all. I'm out. And YouTube, I'm out. I'm done. My voice hurt. My throat hurt. Shoot. Okay, it's time to go. If I do the personal credit for my history in half, do the new account increase. If I do this personal credit, will my history in half due to the new account inquiry? I get what you're saying. So if you have a 10-year credit history and now you go get a brand new account, right? You said she was asking a lot to get. She was, girl. I felt so bad for her. I got to give that girl $25. Look, I may send her 50. Shit, bless her extra 25 because baby, she was persistent. She was one of the most persistent I've ever seen. So we're gonna bless her for that. I get what you're saying though, Matador. Last question before I get off of here. So if you got 10 years worth of history and you saying that new account coming in, is that going to affect your 10-year history? No, because it's your account. It's your primary account. So these are your accounts and they still reporting on your credit. Now, may it play a role a little bit as far as like your score fluctuation or something, but you don't lose 10 years worth of history just because you got a new account. Right? So I just want that to kind of make sense. So I'm going to type down here in the comments. It's also in the detail of this live. So when the replay shows. But again, if you want to work with me, here it is. And again, here's the number right behind you. 773-253-8668. You could text me. That's my business number. If you got a question, I don't answer questions on there. But if you want a link, send me the link, then we'll send you a link. But if you get to asking me questions, we don't answer questions on the business text. You got to book a paid consultation, right? This is the most free that you get from me when I do these live workshops for y'all, right? So I am a business, respect my business, respect that I got to make some money at some point too, okay? So when you do reach out, be ready for a paid consultation. Other than that, have a great and amazing Friday. Love y'all. I'm out. Oh, hold on. He said, I'm asking whether the average history change due to the new account. No. And that's what I'm saying.